Hey, in this video, I'm going to show you how to apply live effects to your voice using Voicemeeter Banana and a DAW like Ableton Live. So you can see I have both applications open. I have Ableton Live here, and I have this echo effect that's being applied to this audio track. And what I'd like to do is apply this live to my voice so that people can hear it while I'm live streaming on Twitch or YouTube or something like that. So there's more than one way to do this, but using Voicemeeter Banana is the only way I've done it on, and it works great for me, so this is how I'm going to explain it. So if you don't already have it, you're going to need to install Voicemeeter Banana. I have a guide already available that you can look at. I'll put it in the description and up here somewhere on one of these pop-ups. That guide's really helpful. It'll help you understand Voicemeeter and get it set up. It's a little confusing at first just because of how many buttons there are, but once you set it up, you'll get it. So once you have that installed, in Ableton Live, you're going to go to Options, Preferences, and then in the Audio Preferences, you're going to select the ASIO driver type and the Voicemeeter Auxiliary Virtual ASIO channel. Just be prepared, you might have to change some of these, but usually by default it works. If not, let me know in the comments. I can help you work that out. You just need this stuff to match Voicemeeter. So once you have that set up, you can then use Voicemeeter to send your microphone audio into Ableton so that we can have these effects applied to it. So the Voicemeeter Auxiliary ASIO channel is the B2 bus. So anything we send on the B2 Voicemeeter bus will get sent into this final virtual auxiliary output, and it'll go into Ableton. So this first input here on the left is my microphone. So I'm just going to click B2. And you'll notice when I click it, this bar is jumping now because now the sound's on this output. And you can see some output is also starting to bounce over here on the Ableton side. I just need to arm this track. So now that this is armed, you can see we have sound going from Voicemeeter into Ableton. But we can't hear anything yet, and that's because now we need to deal with the sound going out of Ableton. So because we use that device that in the preferences, the Voicemeeter Virtual ASIO, what happens is the sound makes a loop. So it comes in through this auxiliary output, goes into Ableton, and then leaves Ableton and goes back into Voicemeeter through this auxiliary input. So you can see this little bouncing bar here. This is actually the audio coming now from Ableton, but none of these buses are enabled, so the sound's not going anywhere. So what we want to do is in our streaming software like OBS or Streamlabs, we're going to make sure we capture the sound coming from this input. So all we need to do is send this audio to another available output. So since we already used B2, the auxiliary output, we're going to use B1. So I click on this one here on the auxiliary input. We'll send this sound to B1, which is this output here. And then the final step is to make use of this output in our streaming software like OBS or Streamlabs. So I'm going to go ahead and open OBS. So all we need to do is add the Voicemeeter output into OBS. So I'm going to click the plus sign here, add a new source. I'll add an audio input capture. I'm going to call it Voicemeeter output B1, just as a reminder. As soon as I click OK, and then go to the device and select Voicemeeter output, as soon as I add this, it's going to send that audio into here, so you'll start hearing an echo. Echo, you can hear me. So I'm just going to turn that off because that'll get annoying pretty quick. But that's it. So we have the sound doing this loop-de-loop. It's coming from Voicemeeter into Ableton, back out of Ableton and back into Voicemeter, and then we're sending it eventually into this device in OBS. So you can hear any effects you want to apply. You just apply them in Ableton and send it to your streaming software. So that's it. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments. I'll try to answer them. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.